experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by.
Hello and welcome to another episode of mini reviews, although this isn't a mini review because it is like 14 minutes long. We are playing Control. I am playing Control. This is a game I was absolutely addicted to about 3 months ago. I completed it within 24 hours of gameplay, which for me is pretty good. I was playing on the PC, 4K, ran pretty smoothly once I turned every other application off on my PC. Had all the settings to high except probably reflections. Now, what is Control? So Jesse, who I'm playing as, the only player you can play as of recording, is a civilian who had a paranatural experience when she was younger. Her brother Dylan was taken away and is being held in the Federal Bureau of Control, which is in New York in The Oldest House. Yes, it's fictional, don't go looking it up. If you do want to know more about The Oldest House and how Control works, then do look up the fan wiki. It's really interesting and really good read. They should make this into a book if they haven't already. Now, excuse me, so Jesse goes in, finds a director who has committed suicide, or so you think. And she is selected by the service weapon and the astral plane to be the Federal Bureau Control Director. The service weapon is, as you can see, paranatural. It's not of this plane of existence. You can charge it up, you can spin it like a revolver, single fire, I think it's called. Nope, it's gone. I know you got charge and spin. And Shatter's one as well. There is no ammunition, it just reloads over time, which you can see by the crosshair at the bottom. And she can fly once she learns it. She can create shields with rocks. She can throw rocks. And at some point in the game you can also control enemies to become your frenemies. So they will actually turn on the people you're shooting and help you out. A really good tip I learned. Just by mistake, you've got this cluster called a Hiss cluster, and it provides health to these Hiss corrupted agents, as it were. Now, if you manage to control the Hiss cluster, you actually gain health, which is really handy, especially for the boss fights and stuff like that. So, just going around in this, I'd call it an open world. You will encounter Hiss agents every now and again. They will just spawn in, you've got to fight them like I am doing currently, and I'm wimping out simply because I just don't want to die for the content. You can see I'm just whacking people with rocks. Amazing. It's so much fun, I love the sounds. The audio design on this game is fantastic. You can see here I'm holding F. I am now claiming that agent as my own. He turns blue and you can now see he's shooting the other guy. Help me! No, you help me. There's another, which you've just seen when I span the camera, and another kind of aspect. There's another boss called Mold 1 or something like that. So this place is also infected with mold, and it's kind of a side story. You help out, you fight a mold boss, and yeah, it's pretty weird. Not that this isn't. And when you complete the game, I think this is actually when I've completed the game, and then I'm just doing the side quests. As you can see there, mold removal. The Hiss never really goes. You've really got to play this game to really appreciate the storyline. It's absolutely fantastic, it really is. There's a tiny bit of customization in this, in the fact that you can change what she wears. Great. It would be cool to have a bit more customization. You know, I'm used to playing Rainbow Six Siege and changing my guns up, but that probably wouldn't fit in with this game. And again, I say, graphically, it's been designed really well. The Oldest House is kind of like a not of this plane sort of building. It connects all these different planes to our world through thresholds. And you do have stable thresholds like the Black Rock Quarry, which is where they get stuff to make resonance something or other. It's been a while. You can see it on the map here. You've got an astral maze and hotline chamber, how you can contact spirits. It is more paranatural than it is paranormal, and if you play the game, as I said, you will see what I mean. There are hidden locations around the map with little ability boxes, and these can be mods for your health, the recovery, oh it's me, and even for your weapons, so the reload time, the headshot damage, the damage whilst not downed but low on health, that sort of thing. You also, in these boxes, collect things called materials. Yeah, it's not hard to figure out. I bet you get astral blips, certain memories, and these things are used to construct additional forms or upgrades to your service weapon, and even to your health slots. I died. It does get difficult. There is no difficulty setting on this game, but it does get progressively harder, and I have had to look up a lot of walkthroughs, well not a lot of walkthroughs, but some walkthroughs, especially for the boss fights, because you do need strategy, and I'm not a very strategic player. Ask Kieran, every time I play Age of Empires I just suck, absolutely suck, because I'm just like, oh this looks pretty. But yeah, it's hard to describe if you haven't played the game and how fun it is. In fact, you just go around, you shoot, you dodge, you kill. So, this is the menu I was on about. Well, I wasn't on about any menu, but these are the mods and the weapon forms. So you can see here I've got Spin and Pierce, which Pierce obviously gets through armor, takes down your shields for a while, so you can do some damage. And you've got low health boosts, you've got, without playing the game again, I can't name everything, but levitation, ammo efficiency, damage boost, that sort of thing. And you can see there's numbers next to them, Roman numerals 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And what I learned to do is deconstruct the lowest ones if I have a higher one, equip the higher ones, and you get some materials back which you can use to do it, construct more weapon forms and extras, etc. Yeah, so you saw me die in this room. I'm literally just doing a speed walk through now. You have to go up there to trigger the influx of mold infested agents, and you can still control them, which is great. I did a lot better on this one, I believe. Collect all the gubs, hooray. And you can only carry so many mods. You do eventually have to put some down, get rid of them, deconstruct, and earn some of those materials. As you can see I'm doing here, just deconstructing, checking what I've got, and again I'm just saying what's on the screen. New ones are denoted by a little red triangle that's pulsing. So it is quite easy, intuitive, and there's plenty of these laying around, and as you progress through the game you're gonna get the better tiered mods. You start off with tier 1 and then you progressively get more. As you can see here, I've got equipped extra health, quicker health regen, and I don't know what I've got there. Launch efficiency. So basically, it doesn't take as much of my energy away to throw a rock. And you do run out of energy. So if you are in a big fight, you will need to kind of just run around for a bit and let the energy build up, so you can start throwing rocks again. And I found this out because I was having a big fight with a lot of enemies, and I had run out of energy. I couldn't get my shields up, and inevitably I just got shat on. So it's really important that you keep your energy built up. Another thing that the developers have done really well is, with storytelling, is they've actually introduced live action into the monitors to really kind of connect you to the real world. And it gives you something to look forward to, something to watch, and to help you understand the game a little bit better. As you can see, what I've just done there is a kind of ability tree, and I can't remember what I've just seen, but it includes things like your throw distance, the damage when throwing rocks, the ability to throw heavy enemies, the ability to throw light enemies when their health is on low, your hover time, so you'll hover longer if you have a better ability, and the amount of time that you can control enemies for. There's even a upgrade for being able to control 2 enemies at the same time, which is lovely. Here you can see the world is a bit misformed. This is an effect of the thresholds playing up. So here's I wouldn't say a boss, but it's more of like a supervisor, someone that's got a little bit more health, a little bit more difficult to control or defeat. They're a pain in the ass at times, but luckily this one does not have shields, so it's just a case of shooting and dodging. And if you are good at the game, unlike me, you can actually deflect the rockets that they shoot. You can see I've just thrown an enemy at an enemy, boom, and they drop these little health shards, which is great. But yeah, you can pick up the grenades that they shoot at you, the rockets, and just fire it back at them, and they're like, oh god, what the fuck. But yeah, this is a room that I have to come into to do something I can't quite remember. Again, it's been 3 months since I've played this. I've been meaning to get this review out for ages. Ori's been on my back. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Well, Ori, here it is. And this will be a test if you're actually listening to the content I make, because you'll go, oh, I heard what you said about me. Anyway, I digress. So, completely lost where I was. I think I was doing another, I don't know. But there's something that we're coming up to, which is really, I don't know. You'll see. You'll see. I've remembered what I was going to do. There is this room here. Yeah, it is a weird way to look something up. And there's a reason. This mirror is not a mirror. It is a portal to the mirror dimension. Oh. Speak. Go on, speak. Speak.
Wait, that didn't sound right.
There we go. So everything is reversed. The text. So if you can read this, it means you are inside of the mirror, and everything's got this blue tinge, which I'm guessing is what the tint is on the mirror. This is a really good part of the story. So you've got to go to these rooms, put your hand there. Oh, it's just your reflection in the window. Nothing to worry about. Fast forward a bit. Nothing there. Obviously, I didn't know what I was doing when I was recording this. And no, she can't run this quick. I've just sped up the footage. And touch. Yeah, another reflection. Oh my gosh, she took her hand away before I did. What the fuck? And I think
That's
there's...
not good.
No, that is not good. Enter the boss, S-Edge, Jesse Backwoods. Has all the abilities you do. And I think she comes back 3 times, so you defeat her 3 times. And you just gotta mash those buttons, keep your energy up. Oh, she fired a rocket. It's not fair, because you can't shoot rockets. But just keep wailing on her with rocks. Get those rockets, fire them back at her. Use the shield when you can. And try and get the higher ground. You do want to be open in this open space, but try and hover so you can get the higher ground on her. At this point, I was like, yay! Hang on, why is the health still there? That's why she's over there. And she comes back with a vengeance. She gets more and more difficult, just like any boss fight. Try and mimic her moves. So she was using a shield. Use your shield as well, just in case she does anything back. And there are points where she just kind of stands there. I've run out of energy, so I'm just going to run around, hover in the air a little bit, get my shield up, fire the shield, which is something you can lock in the ability tree. So once you've got your shields up, you just drop it. If you had the ability of firing your shield as a projectile, then that's what you can do, which is really handy actually. Doesn't do a massive amount of damage, but it's enough to kind of stun your enemy so you can go into your next attack. Nice little giveaway there. She starts flickering, getting brighter, which means she's about to dash charge you. Dodge out of the way, or shoot to prevent it. Or use a shield. Ha! I stopped her. So the game is, you know, the fighting mechanism you've got to manage. You've got to control, some would say, your ammo and your energy. And yeah, I've defeated her. I've defeated myself backwards. And so there, I went back in here, sealed it up. And you cleanse things as well. So this is what they call an object of power, or something. But you cleanse it and get rid of the hiss. But yeah, if you haven't, I highly recommend playing the game. This game does have ray tracing, and I've gone through and taken a few little screenshots here and see how pretty it is. Maybe not the most flattering picture of him, but it's, yeah, I love it. I want to go back and play it. I wish they released more content. And that's the foundations of the Elder Cells. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.
We are experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by.